I'm out of breath already. I haven't even started talking. Good morning, pals. Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to another day in the Sherelle Slaney studio. This week is my last working week of the year. I have already closed for orders, technically. So essentially, what's gone on here is I was closing for orders on the 16th, which I'm not actually closing my shop. You can still place orders, but they are not guaranteed in time for Christmas, and they are not even guaranteed in time for New Year at this point. I have put like a long turnaround on everything. I'm still going to be dispatching orders, but I'm not going to be very quick about it, if I'm honest. I am so ready for a break. I feel like there wasn't a vlog last week because I just did not have the capacity to do it. I filmed a few things, but nothing coherent. And also, it was so all over the place. The footage is just a garbled mess. I essentially started filming on the Monday, knowing full well that I would not be in the studio much last week, or at least not much in the daytime. I don't really like to film at night and when like there are other people in the house, just because it's too noisy. But last week I had just stuff I needed to do, and fitting in being in the office at a reasonable time and filming it and vlogging it was just not on the agenda, if I'm quite honest. This time of year is crazy busy, and I don't mean that in the sense of my business, although like I have had a very steady stream of orders the last couple of weeks, which has been really, really great. That's been really nice. So I have been slightly busier than usual, but not to the extent where I'm like, oh my God, I've got so much work to do. It's just been steady. But the rest of life that you need to also do at this time of year is unreal. Like getting things ready for Christmas and like finding the time to go out and buy presents, which I did find time to do because I didn't come into the office at all on Wednesday last week. And me and Lewis went out into the city and just wandered around the shops and actually didn't buy any Christmas presents because it's really flipping hard to buy stuff on the high street these days. I think it's just because we all have an Amazon mentality and we're just spoiled for choice online. And if you know what you want to get someone, it's just too easy to type that into Amazon or Google or wherever and just have a bunch of options come up. It's not that easy to do that on the high street. And this sparked off a thought in my brain. And I don't know if like, I mean, I'm definitely not like a business guru. I have no qualifications. Do not take what I'm saying as legit business advice, because I don't know if this is even a thing or not. But it occurred to me that potentially because I can just see the high street is just going to collapse. Like, I appreciate going out into the shops and having a good look around, but even I struggle with the high street. I don't buy stuff when I need it from the high street because often I can't find what it is I want/need. So if I have something in mind, 9 times out of 10, I'll buy it online because it's quicker, it's easier. I don't have to traipse around hundreds of shops looking for an item that they may or may not have. I can type it into Google, it will come up, and it's literally buy it from here. So I get that. I get why people do it, like I do it. But equally, I'm like, the high street is dying. Like, you go out into the shops and, I mean, like, one of the main shopping centres in our city is mostly just, I can't remember what they call it now, like an entertainment hub or something. They have a cinema, they have bowling, they have like a racing simulator place, they have an axe throwing place, they have escape rooms, and like they're all kind of activities, entertainment, not shops. And I kind of like I feel like there is this big shift because people go out for experiences and for food. So I feel like restaurants and entertainment venues are still going to do okay, but shops, you gotta be struggling if you're running a shop right now. So it sparked off a thing in my brain because I basically said, like, it's too easy to go on Google and type in, I need a gift for my mum. Like, and then I thought, why don't we categorize shops like that? Like, there are certain shops that are kind of like that. If you're looking for a gift for somebody who's into fishing, you could probably go to a fishing shop. But a lot of gift shops are just generic gifts. And I'm like, are we doing this wrong? Like, should we be making the niche of the shop the target market? Like, maybe that is actually just how business works, actually, now I'm thinking about that. But, you know, like, it would be kind of handy to be like, don't know what to buy your dad? Come to the dad shop. You know, that was just a thought that sparked in my brain. Anyway, we're on a tangent already, and it is 11:20 on a Monday morning. I just printed off the packing slips and postage labels for my Etsy orders, which I need to do. So today is kind of a pottering about in the studio day. I have a huge to-do list for this week because it's my last week in the studio and I want to set some things in motion for next year. So I don't want to take 2 weeks off and then just come back in January and be like, well, I have no idea what I'm doing. I kind of already want the wheels to be turning for things when I come back fully in January. And I've rambled so much, I can't remember if I said this or not. I feel like I started to say it and went off on a tangent. Not sure. But basically, I'm still going to be fulfilling orders between Christmas and New Year, but not on any particular schedule. Like, just if I feel like it on the odd day, I might just be like, yeah, let's do some orders. So you are still able to place orders between now and New Year. It's just, I'm not guaranteeing how fast they'll get to you at this point. I'm saying within like 10 days. So definitely not before Christmas, potentially not before New Year, depending on when you place an order, if you place an order. Because I'm definitely ready for a break. I think we all are. Like, the kids are definitely ready for a break as well. I'm like, you just got to make it through one more week at school, 5 more days at school, and then it's 2 weeks off and we can all just like sit around and play Mario Kart and sit under blankets and eat biscuits and drink tea, and it will be really, really lovely. My brain definitely clocked out last week. I think actually the week before last even, like, could not muster the motivation for anything. I was chatting with Sophie from Sophie Doodles, who I see on the regular. If you've watched the vlog before, you probably already know that. And she kind of said it's like that light at the end of the tunnel thing. Like, we are this close to finishing for the year that I feel like, yeah, my brain just checked out because it was like, yeah, we're nearly there. Let's just stop now. I definitely have felt a bit burnt out towards the end of this year. But now it really is the last week. I'm kind of like, yeah, let's get some stuff going. Let's do this stuff. So it was weird. Like, I felt really burnt out, but now I'm like, it's okay. Like, I think it's because there's no hard deadlines on what I'm doing anymore, and I've got a week just to chill and get it done in my own time, so that's cool. Anyway, the stuff that I ordered to go in the Christmas surprise boxes did not arrive in time. It's being dispatched tomorrow, I think, so it's not, I've already closed for orders. Like, it's not getting used, which is, I'm really annoyed about, but luckily for me, none of it was Christmas themed, so it is stuff I can like add in to the shop in a shop update or something. But what I ended up doing instead was doing some like handmade stuff instead of bought in stuff. So I did a little pin and I did some jewelry. And you know what? I actually really enjoyed doing it. My brain needed that last week. It just needed to like switch off from like the kind of constant, what do they call that? Treadmill? No, I don't mean treadmill. Maybe I do mean treadmill. I'm thinking of a wheel. Grindstone? What's a grindstone? No, don't they go that way? Windmill? I have no idea. But basically, this kind of perpetual motion of like, keep creating things, keep ordering things in, keep getting goodie boxes out, this kind of like keep doing the thing. It was really nice to like take a step back from that because I was forced to, because like the stuff that I'd ordered didn't come in time. I was like, right, we're gonna have to take a step back, we're gonna have to slow this down, and we're gonna have to put some handmade things in this surprise box, which actually I think they turned out really, really cute, and I was really pleased with them. So if you received a surprise box, know that extra love and care went into that, because the entire thing was handmade, which usually I do mostly handmade, but like one kind of I don't know, I need a better name for this, but one more like substantial item that I have ordered in from a manufacturer. Usually you get like one of those per goodie box. But this time it was all handmade, and I thought it all looked really, really cute together. So for those that ordered the Christmas cracker box, I hope you have enjoyed them, or you will enjoy them. I don't know if people are opening them straight away or if you're going to open them at Christmas. I don't know, but you know. Anyway, let's do some actual work. Alright pals, the post is done, orders all out. That feels like a slight sense of relief. Like, not that I don't enjoy sending out orders, because I do, but when orders are like looming over you, I feel like there's this sense of like, oh, I've got stuff to do, I can't like tick it off and I need to keep thinking about it until it's done. So now that all my orders are done, that's it. Done. Bish bash bosh, job's a good one. I'm gonna have a tidy up in here because quite honestly, this place is a mess. There have been things that I have been saying I will put away for weeks, which I haven't done, such as the ghost doorstop that's just been hanging out on my windowsill since the 1st of November because I was like, Halloween's over now, let's move on. And yeah, he's just been sat there this entire time. Gonna have a tidy up. I've also got some Christmas decorations I want to put up in here, and I wanted to do this like 2 weeks ago but didn't because just didn't have time. And now this is like my last week in the studio. I'm like, if I don't do it today, it's not gonna happen at all. I'm gonna have a tidy up and make the place festive. So it's not the most festive thing you've ever seen, and this Christmas tree looks so sorry for itself. I hate tinsel. I hate tinsel. I'll show you on my real Christmas tree in a minute, but I like lametta, sometimes called angel hair or German tinsel. I don't like proper tinsel for the tree. I don't mind it for like other things. That looks cute, but I don't like it on the tree. So I've just hung a bunch of baubles on there, but I don't have any lights for this tree either, so it looks a bit sad. But never mind. Got my little present guy. I already had this here. Now we have a tree, and I have this little Merry Christmas hoop. Another Sophie Doodles to add to my ever-growing collection of Sophie Doodles. Oh, and I have some of her gingerbread people on my little tree too. So yeah. That'll do for now. I do now have to deal with this pile of stuff that I've just put outside the door because I'm like, none of this belongs in here right now. So I need to deal with that. First, I am gonna go grab some lunch because I've not eaten today and it's coming up for 2 o'clock and I need to eat something. So I'm gonna grab some lunch. I might make it back in here later on. I'm hoping to, but whether or not I will is another story. Like I say, it's coming up for 2 o'clock. I need to eat. I've got a few little bits to do before the kids get home. And then I'm hoping that I can come back in here a bit later on and do some like planning-y, admin-y type stuff, because that's what I was hoping to do today. But actually orders and tidying up took me the majority of the time that I've had. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you back here later. Good morning, pals. Welcome back to another festive day in the studio. I really need some lights for this tree because it does look a little bit pathetic, doesn't it? Morning. What are we doing today? Today we are doing some planning, and what else are we doing? I've got some orders to do, and I know I said I'm closed for orders already, but there is a notice, as I mentioned yesterday, there's a notice on my website basically to say orders are still being processed, but please allow up to 10 days. You know, at this point, that means nothing is arriving in time for Christmas based on that lead time. I just want to set expectations because it's like it's the 17th of December today. So I just kind of want to set that expectation that don't expect your parcels to arrive before Christmas. There is a notice on my website with a 10-day lead time. The only things that I'm selling on Etsy at the minute are greeting cards. And I have kept the turnaround time. Oh my God. I've set the turnaround time for Etsy just as my standard 1-day dispatch, only until Friday, which will be after this vlog comes out, so you know. But again, Etsy then also add on the shipping time. Etsy use live, what do they call it? Live tracking? I don't know if they call it that. Basically means that their delivery estimates go up and down based on the current postal situation. So if I am using Royal Mail second class and on average that's taking 2 to 4 days, Etsy's dispatch times will reflect that. You know, all good as far as I'm concerned, because for greeting cards I can dispatch next day because I have them here and they just go in the post box. So I've got a couple of orders to do, but I also have some planning that I want to do today. I spent some time last night messing around with my Notion and trying to make it look pretty, because apparently I'm that girly. No, I'm not usually. My Notion looks okay normally, but I decided I saw some really cool, like, on Pinterest, like loads of people who'd done their own like custom graphics and stuff, and I was like, I could do that. I could do that for my Notion. So I am procrastinating, let's be honest, and making my Notion super beautiful. For anyone who doesn't know, I plan my entire business in Notion. I have like things saved in there, different categories of stuff. I use Notion a lot, so that is what I'm going to be doing just now. Gonna put some plans in place and make my Notion pretty. Done faffing around on Notion for now. I've got a few more little admin-y tasks to get done. I'm gonna get those done. I need to plan in what the heck I'm doing with my YouTube content for the next couple of weeks, because I've recorded quite a few different videos, 2 of which I'm probably not even going to use because they were so garbled I'm not even sure like what the heck I was trying to do. I've also been promising a packaging video for so long, and I've gone back to look at the footage that I had, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to hang fire on that one, and I am going to do a complete start to finish packaging video when I create the first goodie box for next year. Because the most recent goodie box I did it in separate stages. I kind of designed the thing in one go, and then I designed the box in one instance, and then a few weeks later I did the actual like artwork design, and then a few weeks later I figured out what I was going to put in it. So like it all just got a little bit scrambled, and I didn't plan very well for that video, so I am gonna scrap that, and I will do a complete packaging video early next year. Like I say, I've filmed like a few different vlogs, bits of content that I've not really planned out well enough to actually be able to use, so I love that for me. Yeah, I really need to figure out what the heck I'm doing with the footage that I have got. And yeah, I've just got some admin stuff to do, so I'm gonna sit and do that, and then we'll see where we're at. Good morning, pals. Welcome back to another day in the vlog. I left you in the lurch a bit yesterday because I basically just got so engrossed in the work I was doing. 6 hours went by and I had no idea. So that was fun for me. Completely missed lunch. I was meant to give Frank some food at lunchtime as well, because I've been splitting up his meals a little bit more. Forgot to do that too. So he ended up with like a double portion at dinner time. So that was excellent for him. I don't think he minded at all. So yeah, I just got totally engrossed in what I was doing. I have been setting up some back end stuff ready for next year. I'm going to finish doing that at some point today. I've got a vlog to edit at some point today. I am quickly just getting through the orders that I have to do, which is only 2. And I've just been printing some wrapping paper for one of the orders. Not that someone's ordered wrapping paper, as in like I use this to package the orders. And they have ordered Ginger and Pud mini square notepad and the Pud enamel pin. So that's really sweet. So thank you, if it was you that placed that order. Yeah, I'm gonna get that packed up. I've got another one in here, which is a greeting card, which this is a greeting card that does fairly well as a birthday card. So the birthday card version says, happy birthday to my favourite slug. And this, I decided to make it into a Christmas card version on a whim. Did not expect this to really do particularly very well, because there's kind of a rumour going around, and has been for quite some time, that when you list something on Etsy, it takes 90 days to actually like get processed in the algorithm, which I'm not saying is not entirely true, but I guess it's up to 90 days, and it's not clearly a hard and fast rule, because I put this up very, very late thinking it's too late, I haven't got time for the algorithm to pick it up. Clearly I have, because this is currently my bestseller. Merry Christmas to my favourite slug. I assume it will no longer be my bestseller after today, because today is like the last day for posting for Christmas delivery for second class post. Realistically, if I was going to have any more orders for those, I would have expected them to come in yesterday, but we shall see, because not everybody needs their Christmas card by Christmas Day, I guess. Some people will see their pals between Christmas and New Year, and maybe they can hope for that post, but I'm kind of assuming at this point there will be no more Christmas card orders coming in. By Friday, anyway, I'm going to up my dispatch time to a week on Etsy, which basically means that I won't really have to do anything until New Year. So, yay! The maths doesn't add up for that, but what I'm saying is, with the dispatch time being a week, I don't think many people will order. And I will still process orders between Christmas and New Year, but I'm not going to be doing anything else. So I won't be working on anything, I won't be filming anything, it will just be processing orders as and when I need to, which, when you don't have to film stuff, is actually fairly quick to do if it's just the odd 1 or 2 orders. I'm not at a point where I'm getting like tens or hundreds of orders a day. I'm getting like maybe 4 or 5 on a very, very good day. So that is kind of an amount that I can just potter along and keep up with, especially because everything is in stock. I don't really have anything made to order anymore, so everything is pretty much on the shelf, just ready to be picked and packed. So for 4 or 5 orders a day, that's not exactly gonna, you know, stretch me too much. And when I'm saying 4 or 5 orders a day, this Christmas hasn't been that busy, if I'm honest. I feel like a lot of people are saying the same across the board, like sales are just down, which is fair. Last Christmas I didn't do particularly well either, apart from the 12 Days of Christmas box, which was, what the heck was that? Oh, I think it was a leaf. Yeah, apart from the 12 Days of Christmas box, which I didn't really know if that would do well or not, and it did. And that's the whole thing that kind of sparked off the goodie bags and goodie boxes that I have been doing every month this year. So yay. Anyway, I'm gonna pack this order, and then I am going out today, so I have a lot of like work that I want to get done, but I'm also going out on a little wreath making morning with my mum and my sister-in-law, and we are just gonna hang out and drink tea and make some Christmas wreaths at my mum's house. We're not going to like an event or a venue or like a workshop or anything. It's just a little let's make a Christmas wreath session. So hopefully it will go better than my Christmas wreath making session last year, which I did on a whim at home, and just decided to take some greenery from my garden to make a wreath. I didn't need to buy anything. I've already got like floristry wire or craft wire, and I was like, you know what, let's just go get some bits from the garden and make a wreath. But I didn't realise that one of the things I've taken from the garden, I'm like not a gardening person at all. One of the things I took from the garden, I'm gonna look this up, I think it's hawthorn, let me check. Yeah, I just googled it. So one of these bushes that I have in my garden is hawthorn, and I didn't realise. I was just like, oh, you know what, it's like a green bush with some red berries on it, that's Christmassy. So I'm like chopping these bits, and then all of a sudden I was like, ow, and I had spiked myself so badly with one of these thorns. It was not fun. It was not fun. But I still carried on. I just put gardening gloves on and like just proceeded to make a wreath out of this really, really thorny, horrible bits of bush. The wreath looked nice for about 3 days because I had no idea what I was doing, and didn't use any like floristry foam to like keep the moisture in. I was just like, yeah, we'll just tie these things to a piece of wire and just hope it survives. Obviously it didn't. All that effort, and stabbed myself in the hand for 3 days worth of a wreath. I'm not sure if that was really worth it at all, but never mind. Anyway, let's pack the order. Good morning, pals. Welcome back to another day in the Sherelle Slaney studio with my pathetic Christmas tree that I still do not have any lights for. And let's be honest, at this point, I'm not going to get any lights for, because literally today is my last day in here. Tomorrow, I still have some work to do, but I will not be in here because it will all be work I can do from the sofa. So at this point, it seems not really worth getting any lights for the sake of me having them in here for a few hours, you know. And that would be if I rushed out and got them now, which I'm not going to do, because we have a very, very busy day today. I swear I say this every day and then I get basically nothing done, which is really annoying. But yesterday I did some wreath making at my mum's, like I told you I was going to do, and then the idea was that I would come back and then edit a vlog, but that didn't really happen because by the time I got back here, the kids were home, and then once the kids get home from school, it's like all systems go. It's like unpacking all their bags. Let's be honest, I don't actually unpack their bags, but they come in, they dump their stuff everywhere. So then I just spend the next hour just like, can you pick up your stuff? Can you put this away? Put this here, do this thing, do that. Like supervising the children even though they are old enough to supervise themselves, is a job unto itself. So like my brain's not doing anything else in that time. And then it's like, got to make the dinner, then you've got to like clear up from the dinner, then it's like supervise the children to have a bath and shower, because you know, if you don't, they just won't do those things. So I don't really know what happens kind of between 3:30 and 9 o'clock. I seem to just be like on the go, but not really, I have nothing to show for it at the end of it, but there's a very busy period in my day where I can't get anything else done. And then it's like 9 o'clock at night. Do I want to sit down and start working again at 9 o'clock at night? No, I do not, because I'm tired. So that's not happening. I didn't come back in here yesterday like I intended, because I was gonna edit a vlog and I didn't. So that is the first thing I am doing this morning. I have a vlog to edit. I have actually 2 vlogs to edit today. I have a sticker making tutorial vlog to edit, and then I have this actual vlog that you're watching right now to edit. I have something to sort out on my website. I have a few emails to schedule. I also want to try and get some Instagram posts done, because I don't think I've posted to Instagram for like 2 weeks. And honestly, I go on there in the mornings and I post a story and then I just disappear for the rest of the day, because I am so uninspired with what to post on Instagram. Like, I got nothing right now. That's fun for me. I'm hoping like come New Year, I will have a little more inspiration for Instagram, or maybe I could find one of those, you know, like, oh whoops, I knocked my desk, kind of like Inktober but for Instagram posts, where you just get like a word a day and it's supposed to just inspire you to post something. Not that I want to post to Instagram every day, like I'm aiming for like 3 times a week, but even that is a challenge. So I just can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered with Instagram at the moment. I'm tired. It's the end of the year. I have other things that I need to do, and Instagram is like the lowest thing on the priority list. So it's always the first thing to go. But never mind. So yeah, I'm just having some breakfast. I went out and got spaghetti hoops this morning because I just wanted to like have cozy vibes in here. And I was like, smiley faces and spaghetti hoops sounds like a winner to me this morning. So that's what I've got for my breakfast. I also have an assortment of beverages, and picked this up. This is not beer, by the way. This is iced tea, Arizona iced tea. And I didn't know that you could get it in my local co-op. The only place I've ever gotten it from before is Lidl. They had it in the co-op in a can, and it's really flipping cold. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have me one of those. So that's just gonna sit on my desk as a little motivation of like, get the work done, then you can drink the iced tea. Because sometimes you need motivation like that, you know? There's nothing wrong with putting a little treat on your desk as just a little reminder of like, you can do good things, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna crack on with editing vlog number 1 and eating my breakfast at the same time, because we've got to fuel ourselves. Then we have to do orders. That's the second thing. I've written myself a list today. I think, did I say this yesterday? Or at least I thought it yesterday, that I'm not super organized. I don't really write lists for, or not like a physical list for in here. I use Notion a lot to try and keep me on track, but I don't write like a physical to-do list. I tend to do that for my personal life, and that to-do list lives in the kitchen, but because it doesn't live in here, it doesn't exist in here. So I hardly ever write myself a list, but this morning I did write a list of like all the things I need to do in order, and I'm desperately trying to stick to the plan. And the amount of times I've had to shout at myself this morning and be like, God damn it, stick to the plan! Stop getting distracted! I can cope. We have one more day to make it through. I can cope. Pals, when I tell you, I am so done with this sticker tutorial. I swear to God, I will put out some tutorials because I really want to. The reason I haven't thus far is because I keep hitting the same snag, or the same several snags, let's say. I will record a tutorial and then I will come to edit it and realise that either I've missed a step and then I'm going to have to go back and refilm something, or that I've not explained myself well and that it doesn't make a lot of sense. So then I'm like, right, I need to refilm this entire thing. That's what's happened today. I have sat down to edit this sticker tutorial. I have been here for nearly 3 hours at this point. I've sat down to edit the sticker tutorial, and I've realised that the initial recording was not clear enough. You couldn't actually see the things I was trying to explain. And I was like, do you know what? I'll just record that part again with a screen share, which I started to do, and then realised halfway through filming it that the way I was doing this stuff was I was overcomplicating it. I didn't need to be. So I was like, okay, we'll just use part of this recording, and I'm just going to go back and do that part again. So I then refilmed the refilm, and I was doing it via my laptop. I was trying to show you how to set up the sticker files, and I've recorded 40 minutes of this tutorial with no screen share. It's just 40 minutes of me talking at a camera as if you can see my screen, but you can't see it. When I tell you I have reached my limit for this sticker tutorial, I have no idea if there will be a sticker tutorial before the new year. I was really hoping that there would be, but honestly, at this point, I've wasted 3 hours, and I was like, oh, it's okay. I've nailed it now because I've re-recorded the bit that I messed up before, and I've gone and messed it up again. I think I'm going to put the sticker tutorial to bed for now. I am going to call it a day here so I could go off and edit this vlog and at least have one vlog edited before I quit for Christmas. I do have an exciting announcement coming. I have mentioned a few times already that next year I am going to be doing my goodie boxes differently. The boxes themselves won't actually be different, but the way that I structure the goodie boxes and the way that you buy them is going to be slightly different. If you have loved my goodie boxes from this year, and I know many of you have, I put out a question box on Instagram asking which products you have bought from me this year and which ones you have enjoyed the most, and the goodie boxes are by far the winner. And it goes to show as well, every time I do a goodie box launch, I know I have a really consistent, regular, supportive customer base that come back time and time again for those goodie boxes. So one, I want to say a huge thank you if you have supported the goodie boxes this year. It has meant so much to me, and I'm so appreciative. It is kind of like the backbone of this business at this point. So yeah, thank you. A huge thank you. If you have enjoyed the goodie boxes this year and you want to make sure that you don't miss out on goodie boxes next year, and you want to see what's going on with these changes that I'm going to be making, click the link in my description and join my mailing list. The people on my mailing list are going to be the first people to find out about the goodie boxes, to find out how you can get involved with them next year, and to find out what the new changes are going to be. So if you are not already on my mailing list and you have thoroughly enjoyed the goodie boxes that I have put out this year, please join that mailing list. I'm not saying that for my benefit, that is for your benefit, because as it stands, there probably are not going to be any more YouTube videos until next year. So that is the only way I am going to be able to communicate with you what is going on with the goodie boxes and how the changes are going to be put in place for next year. So if you have bought goodie boxes from me this year and you have enjoyed them and you want to continue to enjoy them next year, click the link in the description, join my mailing list, and I will see you next time.